So the discovery of insulin was a huge milestone for people and providers caring for individuals with diabetes, because prior to the discovery of insulin, diabetes was a fatal disease, particularly for people living with type 1 diabetes. And diabetes or insulin allowed individuals with diabetes to survive and ultimately thrive. In particular, in my field, which is diabetes and pregnancy, prior to the discovery of insulin, the ability of women with diabetes to conceive was really quite limited. And if they did get pregnant, the maternal and fetal mortality was incredibly high. And so because of the discovery of insulin, women today with diabetes can get pregnant and can have healthy babies and can survive the pregnancy themselves. So before insulin, people with diabetes were told specifically not to become pregnant because the risks were too high. And so what the discovery of insulin did was allow people with diabetes to get pregnant and have families. And in addition, lower the extremely high risk of death for both mother and fetus during pregnancy by using intensive insulin therapy. And so initially, we didn't know that controlling blood sugars very tightly in pregnancy would make a difference. But over time, we've seen that controlling the blood sugars more and more intensely has led to immensely successful outcomes for pregnant people with diabetes, both in terms of the parent and the child. So I think now that we know that controlling blood sugars really tightly improves outcomes for both mothers and infants during pregnancy, what we really need to do is make it easier for people with diabetes to manage their blood sugars during pregnancy. Because right now, with the intensive insulin treatment that we recommend, it's very difficult. It's like a full-time job for pregnant people. And so what we need to do is use diabetes technology to automate things like blood glucose checks and insulin delivery to make the type of control that we want to achieve more possible and feasible for more pregnant people. We know that we have issues with health disparities in endocrinology, especially related to diabetes care. And that is certainly the case in pregnancy, with disadvantaged pregnant people having less access to specialty care, endocrinology, maternal fetal medicine, and less access to diabetes technology. So what we really need to do is help everyone access these resources in a fair way, because now we know how to achieve good outcomes for mothers and babies. And we need to make sure that everyone has access to that high quality care and diabetes management that we know works. Access to insulin is a huge problem right now, and it's particularly a problem in pregnancy. Pregnant people with diabetes have limited options for medications that they can safely take, and insulin is the tried and true therapy for diabetes in pregnancy. And because prior to insulin, we know that there was huge maternal and fetal mortality, it is absolutely imperative that all pregnant individuals have access to insulin so that they can adequately manage their diabetes and avoid these complications.